Welcome to Intuition Weekly. I'm Asia, and this is your weekly intuitive forecast. Each week, I tap into the energies of the week ahead to channel messages that help you navigate with clarity. Your intuition led you here for a reason. Let's see what messages are coming through for you this week. Here is a sneak peek of the 10 messages that were coming through for you this week. Number 10, there is this tenacity in you right now, but with that tenacity may come a lack of patience and heightened frustration, and I'm going to help you through this. Number 9, you are needing to hold your cards close to your heart right now. Be very picky with who you are sharing your private life with. Number 8, there is a deepness and a depth that is blooming within you right now. It's complex and it's emotional, but you must allow it to bloom. Number 7, right now is the time for you to be extremely picky about who you surround yourself with. Please be aware of that. Number 6, I saw the conception of something. This could be an idea, a mentality, a thought, or a baby. Number 5, you are wanting to choose quality and richness over the quick and easy right now. It is not time to take the easy way out. Number 4, you are being called to follow the calls of your heart. We must at this time go below the surface. Number 3, the universe is trying to share signs with you that you are on the right track. Are you paying attention? Number 2, you are being asked to embrace your purpose. Do you know what that is? If you don't, I will help you figure that out. And number 1, you must rise above the drama. Let's dive in. This is your reading for the week of March 17th through the 23rd. But as I always say, if you happen to be listening to this at a different time, stick around because I believe these messages come to us exactly when we need them. I saw a ton of green energy when I was first tapping in, and green represents the heart chakra. And I just felt this really strong and sacred energy bond with you guys. So thank you so much for being here. It just felt amazing. And the first vision that I had was of the Chinese astrological sign, the metal tiger. And I know that we had the tiger energy last week, but this was the metal tiger. And this is all about the energy of progress, of the future, of embracing technology and AI. The metal tiger also represents your tenacity, and it feels like you are so tenacious, you're working tirelessly, but at the same time, with that may come a lack of patience or frustration, extra frustration by delays or obstacles in your path. You feel very self-confident though, and I feel like you are really needing to take advantage of technology right now and let it help you where it can. Leverage it. Learn when to use it and when to set it down. So we're always talking about needing to put down technology and social media and things. So you're wanting to use it and leverage it, but you need to be able to put that away and get back to your personal life without distractions. So you're needing to set boundaries and have some sort of a separation. This is super duper important. And another thing about this metal tiger is it's mechanical, and you're needing to be like this. So you're needing to really get into that routine, to put in the reps, and we're being told this repeatedly every week. And so it's really, really important for you to get into that routine. And I feel like you are really proud right now. You're proud of yourself. You're feeling confident from that repetition that you've been putting in. It feels like the vibe of an army. Like you have this army within. You have this army of intention. You're also being called to ask your inner army to support you. So that could be your inner child, your higher self, your guides, your soul, your angels, your ancestors, God, the universe, all of it. We all have this army of protection, and right now we are being asked to lean into that support. This is going to make you unstoppable. This is going to build this inner fortress within you. So I love that, just starting off with a bang with that first vision. And the second vision I had, vision number 9, was of these carrots, but these carrots were in the ground, and I actually was grabbing the greens at the top and pulling them out of the ground. And like an iceberg, you really can't see what's beneath the surface with carrots, right? And this is all about doing the inner work and going really deep. And you're being called to keep some of this work to yourself. So I am an oversharer. When I believe in something or when I'm excited about something, I want to share it with the world, even if it's kind of a weird or out there thing. And sometimes people don't respond very well to that because they don't understand it or it's not comfortable or normal for them. And so you're being asked to kind of hold your cards close to your heart right now. And those others just may not understand it all. And And you're needing to be very choosy with who you share this with. And there is just such this richness under the ground where these carrots are, this richness underneath that you have within you. So keep protecting yourself until that has fully grown within you and is ready to be plucked from the earth. And when you are ready to reveal it, it's going to be fully formed and ready to share and enjoy. And also, when you keep things close to yourself like that, it allows for your own unaltered expression because you're not getting opinions and thoughts from everybody else on how you should do things. Nobody else has an influence over the outcome. And this makes it a really personal and special thing for you. Maybe it's an experience, something others will judge, but you know deep down it's the right path for you. My spiritual mentor, Nikki Novo, in her reading this past week, she was tapping into the energy of the listener. So she was going through each of the chakras. And when she stopped at the third eye, she said, I feel so bad because I feel like your third eye has been attacked over and over and over again throughout your life. And how she explained it was exactly this, where you're sharing things with other people and they don't understand it. They're not on the same frequency and they just don't really get it. And so they're judging you because of that. They think that you're making the wrong decisions or you're doing things that they deem as crazy. And so to save yourself from these attacks and to help reserve your energy, when you're solid on something, maybe it's time to keep it to yourself. Maybe you don't need to share it with the world. And again, nobody can sway you if you don't share it with them. And then again, when it's fully formed and when they'll actually understand it, that's when you can share it with the world. And maybe they still don't get it, but it's fully formed for you, like those fully formed carrots. And at least you will be confident in your decision at that time, confident so much that it won't matter what other people's opinions are. Message number 8, I saw these deep red ranunculus. And if you don't know what ranunculus are, they're these beautiful flowers that are just this tight little bulb. It's this straight green stem with no leaves or anything on most of it, and then this really tight bulb at the top. And I feel like this deepness is blooming within you. And you know, flowers grow from seeds. They grow from basically nothing, and then they bloom into these unbelievable species of flowers. And you have this new sense of self that is really growing and blooming within yourself. It is complex, it is deep, it is rich, emotional, and delicate, and you need to allow it to bloom. So water it, give it light, enrich the soil by being very selective what you allow into your space. And that is mentally, physically, maybe you need to purge and organize. Maybe that's going to help with the energy flow. I feel like even opening your space up is going to be helpful. Air it out, open all the windows and doors, walk through, burn some sage, and focus on positive energy flowing freely to bring in that positive energy from outside through the door as well. And this is going to be a better environment for you to nurture this bloom inside of you. Message 7, I saw this bundle of balloons and they were all different colors, but the pink balloon really stood out to me. And I feel like this pink balloon represents you allowing your feminine to flow. You can have all the energies, but the feminine is really going to help all of those energies raise in their vibration. Just like with helium balloons, if you have one single balloon, if you let it go, it can only go so high. But if you have 100 helium balloons together, they're going to go much higher. And this may also be a message about the people that you have in your inner circle. So be really picky with who you surround yourself with. And choose those who help raise your vibration, not lower it. They say, show me your 10 friends and I'll show you how successful you are. But I want you to think from a spiritual level. This is more energetic and spiritual. It's on a higher level. So look at the people around you and ask yourself, are they raising my vibration or lowering it? And you may need to make some hard decisions this week in regards to the people that you allow into your inner circle. Message number 6, I saw this fetus at conception. I saw the energy light up the fetus. I've heard that there is a stage when a fetus is growing that there is actually a flash of light. And a lot of people believe that this flash of light is when the soul enters the body. And that is what I saw. And this feels like it could be the conception of an idea or a mentality or some type of thought in your mind. I feel like it could also be a baby, but it also looks like the synapses in the brain when the synapses are firing. So I feel like it's the birth of a new idea. It's the early stages and it will grow and form into something. So do things that are going to get your brain to fire. Do things that are going to spark inspiration. So what inspires you? I want you to go for a walk in nature. I want you to completely unplug, be present, and see what sparks thoughts and inspiration. Or maybe you're a runner, go for a run. And then when you get back, I want you to take out a journal and just do some free flow writing and see what comes up. And this is a moment of building inspiration and allowing these ideas to form their own being. And another image that came to mind was like green cabbage versus purple cabbage. So these are the different types of ideas that I'm talking about. The green cabbage is really uninspired. When you cut it up and you put it in soup, it doesn't really change the soup. The soup looks the same, it stays the same, it just cooks the vegetable and it's part of the soup. But when you have purple cabbage, this is like a more inspired idea. When you cook the cabbage in the soup, the purple seeps out. It affects the whole pot. This is about having that deeper level of inspiration. The deeper the inspiration, the more it flows into others and other aspects of your life. Message number 5. I saw these stunning baked designer cookies. These were like these perfectly shaped sugar cookies with this elaborate icing on top and these stunning flower patterns. And you are putting focus, time, and energy into these cookies. They are not prepackaged dough. You're taking a ton of pride in these cookies. So what are you creating right now? What are you wanting to deliver to the world? This could be private. It doesn't mean it has to go public. It could be how you organize and run your house. This could be just your morning routine where you spend time meditating and going within. But this is about quality. And again, this word continues to come up in this reading, richness over the quick and easy. So take pride in all that you do. And whatever you do, if you're going to do it the best that you can. Because when you put that hard work in, you and everybody else are really going to enjoy it and appreciate it so much more. It's like fast fashion versus couture. It's more work and more detail, but the finished product is art versus garbage that you're going to throw away in a month. And do this because of how it inspires you and makes you appreciate your hard work and yourself. This is really a self-love practice. We're building that confidence within you in order to make room. You are going to need to cut out some things that just really aren't serving you right now. They're not serving you spiritually on a deeper level. Please keep in mind, we've been talking about this. We are having this collective up-leveling, and it's not always comfortable, but it's always worth it. So look at what you are allowing into your life. And if it is not serving you on that deeper level, it may be time to cut it out. Do you ever feel like you're so close to the life you're meant for, but something just keeps blocking the way? A one-on-one soul reading brings that missing piece into focus, uncovering your soul's true purpose and shining a light on the patterns and blind spots holding you back. Book your one-on-one soul reading with me now at intuitionweekly.com. Message 4. I had this image of these whales talking to each other via sonar, and I felt like the sonar was you following the calls of your heart. This is not on a surface level. We must go below the surface, so go deep. What is it that your soul is calling you to do? And if you don't know that, you're being asked to listen and to maybe try different things until you figure out what speaks to you on a soul level. When I started down this path of my soul journey, I tried all the things, all the methodologies. I've had every type of reading, tarot, psychic, astrocartography, astrology, medical astrology, Reiki, all of the things. And that's what you're being called to do right now. You're being asked to try all different types of things on to see what fits. So it's like trying on clothes. Sometimes you love something on the hanger, but you take it into the dressing room and you try it on and it doesn't fit right. It looks awful. Or maybe it's not comfortable. And so you've got to try on a bunch of different things to see what really fits and suits you. And so try some new things on and try not to be judgmental. I never, ever, ever in a million years saw myself doing readings for people or doing a podcast. But here I am because I really listened to those little nods from the universe and I did my best to listen to my intuition. And this is what led me here. So try not to be judgmental. And when you follow your soul and your own intuition like that, what you need will eventually rise to the surface. So again, try different things on for size. The universe has a really funny way of guiding you. And the more you try, the easier it is for the universe to push you in the right direction. Message 3, I saw the number 111. And this was the universe's nod saying that you are on the right track. You are on the right path. So pay attention. The universe is showing you this sign. Have you been seeing 111? Keep an eye out for it because I think that now that you have it in your mind and you're going to be keeping an eye out for it, you're going to see it more and more often. And again, this is the universe just telling you, great job, you're on the right path. Message 2, I just felt this starseed energy. And if you don't know what a starseed is basically a being or a soul that did not start here on Earth. They started on a different planet. and this may be a little woo-woo for you, and maybe you don't take this literally, but I feel like your soul is remembering beyond this earthly experience. I think we all have this innate connection to these other worlds and these higher dimensional frequencies, and you're going to need to let your intuition guide you. I think that you are being called towards the spiritual awakening, towards healing, towards innovation, towards transformation. Starseeds allow their intuition to guide them. They are highly empathic and are always absorbing energies from others. And so I'm feeling like you're needing to keep those boundaries. And that is very important, again, for you to choose very wisely who is going to be around you. So starseeds are naturally seeking depth and a deeper meaning. And I feel like it's time for you. You are awakening your consciousness. You are part of that raising of the collective vibration. So check in with yourself. Does this sound like you? And I just have a little reminder for you to trust your own intuition and trust your inner knowing. This is time for you to embrace your unique mission. What is your true purpose? It's not selling software, and you could be fulfilling that mission by selling software, but it's a different end goal. So is your true purpose to help people? Is your true purpose to raise the vibration of those around you? What is that true purpose? And you should really sit in silence and sit with yourself and in your own thoughts and see if you can listen to your intuition and hear what that is saying to you about your purpose. And if you're not really hearing the calls from your intuition, there are ways to tap into like the Akashic records and find out what your purpose is. And if you're feeling like you needed a little help finding this, I always access the Akashic records and pull your purpose during a soul reading. So maybe it's time to dive a little bit deeper and try to figure that out for yourself. This is about embracing a deeper knowing, an ancient knowing in your DNA. It is activating within you, and it is asking you to step more fully into your soul's truth. So keep looking for those signs from the universe and keep tuning into your own intuition and listening to that. And the last message I saw these beautiful branches on a tree, and they had these bright green leaves and they were blowing in the wind, but I was seeing it from below. So I was looking up and I was seeing these branches against the bright blue sky. And this is about rising above and enjoying the peace, the wind, the sun. It's a call to be present. And I have a little presence practice for you, something you can do every day that's just going to pull you into the present. And it's only going to take a couple minutes a day. And I believe that when you do these exercises where you are actively seeking out being present, it really makes everything in our lives better because it helps us appreciate the little things and it helps us appreciate those quiet moments. So this is called the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise. This is a simple daily practice to help cultivate presence in your life. So step number 1 is to pause and breathe. So take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly. Next step is you're going to engage your senses. So you're going to look around and you're going to find 5 things that you can see. So you could notice colors, shapes, or textures around you. Then you're going to find 4 things that you can touch. So you can feel your clothing, the ground, or an object nearby. Then you're going to notice 3 things that you can hear. So maybe you can hear background sounds, maybe it's your breath, maybe it's silence. Then you're going to look for 2 things that you can smell. So take a breath in and see if you can smell anything, maybe the air, or maybe it's a candle around you. And then you're going to find 1 thing that you can taste. So focus on the taste in your mouth or take a sip of something. Then after you take in all of the 5 senses, I want you to feel your presence. So let yourself fully arrive in this moment. Be aware and feel grounded. And this practice really helps to instantly bring you back to the now. It's going to help you feel more centered, more focused, and more connected. So try it daily and see how that shifts your awareness. And this is really going to help you quiet your mind to hear and listen to your own intuition. And I got to tell you guys a little bit of a story. So, each week I sit down and I tap into the energy for the week ahead for anybody listening to this podcast. And I channel these messages that are coming through. And it's so funny because I'll channel these messages, I'll record the podcast. The messages don't really sink in for me at that moment. So I always listen to the podcast after it drops on Mondays. I always go back and listen to the podcast. And it is so funny because I feel like I'm listening to it for the first time. And these messages are as much for me as they are for anybody else. And every time I listen to them, oh my gosh, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to work on that. That message is so directly for me. And don't think that because I'm doing these readings and because I am so tapped into my own intuition that I don't have the everyday annoyances like everyone else. I do. Mine have actually been extremely heightened lately. I feel like somebody could just like poke me with a cat hair on my arm and that could just like set me off. I'll do these presence exercises, and when I drop into my heart, I'm like, oh shit, I just got called out. I was a total asshole this morning and I'm needing to reflect on how I have been. But I will tell you, these messages each week really help bring me back into my body. They've really been helping me, so I hope they help you as well. And that's your reading for the week. Lots of really beautiful visions coming through and some really strong messages. I hope that this helps you lead into your week with clarity, and I hope this opens you up to more and really inspires you in your life. And could you guys do me a favor, please? If you're enjoying these episodes, could you please leave me a review wherever you listen to your podcasts? Reviews help so much, and it could really help get a lot more eyes on this podcast and could get these messages out to more people and could really help a lot more people. So thank you so much for listening. Love being here with you guys every week, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye-bye.